Nipah! Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the Daily Nipah Rika Fruity Simulator 25. And get yourself up here at sucksmakepeoplesexy.itch.io. It's free, baby, along with every other of those good games there. Rika? Alright, well, we're back into the default Rika outfit. Looks like she's going downstairs to do something. No one really knows. No one's ever really gone. But as I was sitting trying to sleep this morning, because I woke up way too early for myself, I was like, you know, at this point in my life, I'm basically the same age as my parents were when their parents started to leave this mortal coil. So I was like, huh, that's a weird thing to think about. But yeah, we're kind of at that point. Our youth is gone. And I didn't even get to enjoy mine. How fucked up is that? I shouldn't say that. I did enjoy quite a few things along the way. I was just thinking about that. I was like, oh, there's a 4 house. Nice. And I was just like, damn. Just kind of hit me. My grandmother's was when she first became a grandmother. Yeah, I'm actually older than when my mother became... or my grandmother became a grandmother. But not from my... I think... No, I think it was my great-grandmother and my grandmother. Because I think my grandmother had their first child at 17, and my great-grandmother also had their first child at 17. I think my mother's... my brother was born quite a bit later. That's a double triple, so they broke that. But it's so weird. It's not something I think about often because I don't really care. Like, age to me is nothing than just how old you are. I mean, age to a certain point. Like, just enjoy whatever the hell you want to enjoy in life is essentially what I'm getting at, but like... It's just, it just struck me. I was like, oh yeah. Huh. I ain't never gonna have kids. I don't want them. I can barely take care of myself. Last thing I need is responsibility for another human being. That was a triple-double. I just realized that. 950 on the year, Rika. Very nice. But I already took my meds. Take your meds, everybody. But it's just an odd thing to think about. 'Cause I don't know, maybe it's the tism in me, but like, I don't feel any different than I did 25 years ago when I was in my teens. Like, I'm matured, obviously, in a lot of ways. I'm a lot older. But mentally, like, I don't feel any different. I still enjoy the things I enjoy. I'm still kind of like the way I am, I guess. The way I've always really been. That's extended since I was really young. I've always felt that way. I always felt there was just something odd about the way I went through life, kind of watching people live life around me. Since I've been such a social, anxious individual my whole life, I've spent a lot of time kind of viewing humans through my own lens of just, you know, watching how like an average human is supposed to act or something like that. And that's just something that never, like, just came naturally to me or anything. Like, my social anxiety, my whatever anxieties you want to put on top of that, it's kind of kept me from, I don't know, what would be quote-unquote normal, or be considered normal. And I always found it very interesting watching what normal people are considered to do through a day. Interactions, it somewhat helped me at times. I almost, like, mimic. Like, when I'm talking to somebody in public, it's almost like I'm mimicking somebody being normal. Because I can't really do it myself, if that makes sense. Like, I have to bring a persona almost to, like, just be able to communicate regularly or whatnot. I wouldn't call it so much as an act as, like almost mimicry. And that wasn't like such the case at like GDQ. At like GDQ, I actually felt pretty comfortable a decent amount of the times, not always, but that felt more like I was like visiting old friends that I just haven't met in person, stuff like that. But like any regular interaction, going to a store, which that rarely happens anymore, thank goodness. If I was ordering something off a menu or something, like that's been an issue for me as long as I can remember. I can remember being a teenager and just like trying to order something from McDonald's or something and just feeling so overwhelmed by the simple task that everybody does with no problem. And I'm sitting here like, what's wrong with me, you know? And that feeling really hasn't ever gone away. And my thought process hasn't really changed. There's a triple-double. Thank you, Rika. It's just gotten... There's another triple-double, Rika. It's just gotten fucking... more jaded through time, really. Oh yeah, that was back-to-back. I think I'm probably going to keep it to keep rolling, because I like it to be a little more rarer, because I feel like we get back-to-back triple-doubles a lot. Which isn't necessarily bad, but we'll see next time, we'll see. I kind of forgot, because I was going on a little early morning rant here about my own mental shortcomings in life. It's just one of the mornings where I was stuck with thinking about something a little bit different instead of cheerier such things. But I heard it was actually on an MLB broadcast. There's a triple-double. Wait, no, that wasn't a triple-double, you nerd. The MLB broadcasts, they're actually talking about why life feels so much faster as you get older. It's because, like, nothing is new anymore. You've pretty much experienced a lot of what there is to experience. And I was like, God damn. That's pretty true, though. I set up for every kind of training I can is in part to work on not being like, how do you do, fellow humans? All my interactions there, like that one Steve Buscemi skit. That's one of my favorite online memes. Just that part of that skit is so good. It really is. Buscemi coming out with that skateboard and backwards hat. It's really good. But but it doesn't matter how much I've really worked on it, doesn't matter which medicines I've taken. My brain still has that same way of dealing, same way of thinking, same way of going about its way, which helps me in a lot of ways, really, because it helps me focus on the present a lot more. But I cannot think ahead for shit. And I don't want to think about the past a lot of the time. So, like, it's, sticking my head into the present is usually the best way to go about it. What else was I gonna... Like, I feel so often in life, like, people have gotten annoyed at me for being, like, honest in situations. And I didn't know how else to respond. So, sometimes it's hard for me to just, like, portray an emotion properly, because as you're always taught, be honest, be truthful about everything, and then when you get older, and you are, a lot of people just get mad at you. So you're like, what? So I end up getting very confused about stuff like that, and then it's like, you're not supposed to actually tell the truth in this situation. You're supposed to do this and that and this and that. And, like, social interactions that humanity has made itself in society is way too complicated. That's, for house, let's go. Like, it's way too overtly complicated. And I find talking to people on the internet and just being blunt and honest, like I've always been, turns out when you talk to the people that enjoy that kind of, like, straight talk, is so much, it's so much better. Some sort around people I know still, yeah, I feel that, it's a strong feeling, because you just don't feel like it's correct. I don't know how else to word it. Like, you don't feel like something is the way it should be. And so, like, my brain scrambles, and it's why I've pretty much been almost completely quiet in most social situations in my life, and whenever I get called upon, I'm like, huh, what, huh, hi, hey. And I'm just like, leave me alone. It's, streaming's been one of the best ways for me to filter thoughts and just general production, really. It's been the only way I've really been able to be productive. I've had jobs throughout the years, but I don't even remember the last in-person job I had was probably 15 years ago now. Hey, there's a straight, nice. And honestly, I've felt way more relieved ever since. Like, every time I'd have to go into work, it felt like the core part of me was like screaming angrily, like bad. And it had nothing to really do with the work aspect and everything to do with the like communication aspect of it, the working with other people that a lot of the time didn't want to be there or, you know, whatnot, and like, yeah, I worked with some people that were comfortable to be around, but like at the end of the day, I still had to work with random people coming into places, and like I can remember one time that I was just sitting by the front desk, which was where I'm usually supposed to be, but this dude comes in, and I'm just standing there. I don't work there often, but the dude comes in, they have the two people up front at the desk. He's mad about something, I don't even remember what it was. We didn't have some item the dude wanted. He looked at the one girl receptionist, he looked at the other girl receptionist. That's a triple-double, nice. And then he looked up at me, and at the time I was not any kind of way femme-presenting like I would want to be now. Had a little bit of facial hair, I think. Short buzzed hair. Typical masculine features, just fat. And the dude looks right at me and just starts barking at me. Like, I have nothing to do with the current situation that's up front, but because I'm the tallest and I guess I wasn't a woman, they decided to bark at me about it. I was like, I don't fucking know, is what I wanted to say. Like, it has nothing to do with my part of working here. And they just chose me because I was the man in the room. And therefore, it was my responsibility, I guess. This is more social hang-ups I have with society in general. And its implications on what people should be doing with their lives. God damn. I also notice what I do of stimming exercise of mine is rubbing my feet together. And I just noticed that I've actually have several cuts in both of my feet from probably stress doing it. I think I woke up with blood on one of my feet this morning. I was like, oh. Well. Alright. I don't know what that's all about, but that's just separate. I just thought about that. There's a cut on my foot that I just bumped into. But yeah, the dude just starts yelling at me. I'm like, I could try to get you the thing, I guess. And then I don't even remember what happened after that. Like, it was so long ago at this point. I just remember the initial reaction of him looking at one of them, him looking at the other female receptionist, and then looking dead at me. And I'm like, yeah, you're the fucker I need to yell at around here. You'll get shit done. And I'm like, you are talking to the wrong person for that. I can help. I can help as much as I can. Like, I'm so much comfier now streaming the way I am. So much comfier. I don't have to deal in person with people, which makes my anxiety skyrocket. I obviously get to do something I enjoy every day. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. Any streamer will tell you that streamed with any kind of frequency, not easy. And it definitely doesn't pay enough. But I don't really care at the end of the day. it's kind of what I just love to do. I guess that would be the best way to say it. Like, yes, I would like to make more so I could do more and help more people, but, like, it's still, I feel like I'm doing what I've been meaning and looking for my whole life. Something that is an extension of myself that I enjoy, that I can share with other people and have conversations about things that I'm into with other people who are into the same things. XCOM, Doom, speedrunning, just gaming in general. And it just makes me feel a lot... Alright, Skilling Blow. Alright, you're just gonna come in and just fucking hit me with that shit today? Today of all days? 3 days away from the 700 stream streak? Alright, bish. I'm gonna suplex your ass later. Good to see you, Skilling Blow. But yeah, the stream has, streaming in general has, did you download the build that I uploaded this morning? Not this morning. I did it yesterday. I'll have to do it again today. I'll get it when, if we hit a keep rolling here. And if not, I'll just grab it later. I forgot you had another update to it. Yeah, I'll suplex her like a fucking train. I'm promising her a good time. I'm pretty tall. 6'2", 6'3" region. I got some height on me. Yeah, I've always been tall. I always really like playing sports too. The agile framework. Streaming is something I just happened upon to one day, really. In 2013, I want to say, is when I first started streaming on Twitch. It was just to my friends. I think I played Dark Wizard was the first game I played. That, or it was Bashi. One of those two was the first game I played on Twitch. It might have been Bashi. No, it was Dark Wizard, I think. Dark Wizard, which is a really cool game. It's a Sega CD, by the way. Oop. Triple double. Triple double. Triple double. There's a proposition to make it a little less frequent, to make it a little more rare, but also have it more often. How about every time we hit a milestone in triple doubles, that's when we have Rika ball out. Yeah! Yeah, I think that's how most people found me, MTI. Oh, wow, someone's already finished? Oh, who the fuck is that? That was pretty much everyone's reaction. And then I won the next one, too. Cha-ching, baby! I did love doing the competitive racing. But I just kind of happened upon it. And I was just speedrunning. How did I get back into speedrunning? Maybe I was just messing around with Mega Man, I think. And I was just trying to, like, go through it or something, and then it just kind of took off from there. From the bag, 20 back-to-back. Still? Damn. 5 top 3 finishes, 3 first place, a second, and a third place. I'm happy with that. Bum, bum. Oh, I know what I was doing back then, because I started watching Feasel and Primal 85 and Andy. Andy was doing Bubble Bobble. Primal was doing Mega Man 5? One of the Mega Mans. And Feasel was either doing Zelda 2 or... was it Dr. Chaos? One of those. But I was watching those, I was just a too quiet person in the background of the stream, just chilling and watching and being like, man, I wish I could do things like this. Turns out you can. You just gotta get up and do it. Turns out you can. Oh, nice. Nice. Pika's really good. Did I play Pika in... I played two of the really good, I think they're Russian speedrunners in the RGL's NES race. And I somehow won that. I have no idea how I won that. I practiced the best I could. My stomach, my belly literally had necrotic skin on it because something happened. I have no idea what happened in that area. It's left a gigantic scar on my belly, though. So I was dealing with that. It was just extremely painful. Like, I was crying if I had to stand up. It was so painful until I could actually get rid of it. But somehow, some way, some miracle, when it comes late into a, hey, what's up, Farmer Guy? How you doing? When it becomes late in races, my brain just locks in. It just does. I think I had my fastest Mega Man one time in that race, during that D-Rust. The wilies I did were so clean. And it's the only reason I won that race. Pretty sure I got 3 dupes. I hit all the skips first try. And it was just really smooth. I surprised myself with that one. Like, just Mega Man was... If you're gonna race, that's exactly how I like to do it there. What's up, Azure? Nipah! You probably did, MTI. You probably absolutely did. What were those 10 games? Oh, there's a triple-double. Nice, Rika. Only 5 more left, Rika. Rika, thank you for listening to me prattle on about life here this last half hour. No, I did not do well in some of those games, guaranteed. But I don't think I did bad in any of them necessarily, but I also wasn't doing, like, great strats in all of them. I don't think I practiced enough to really push some of those games. And I ended up not doing great. Hell, I really did not think I was going to win that. I really did not. Alright, 27,200 fates in. We're closing in on 30,000 fates this season. Thank you once again for joining, everybody. I appreciate that so very much. YouTubers, thank you. Remember, you can download this at socksmadepeoplesexy.ish.io. It's free. Link will be in the description, of course. Please like and describe your subscription to me. Please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that so very much. Positive vibes And remember...